What's going on, everybody? Living to learn. Again, thank you for tuning in to another video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. To all my subscribers, to those who like, share, comment on any of my videos, just want to say thank you. It's always appreciated. It's always appreciative. It's always appreciated. Sorry, to get that kind of love and support. So I do. I am really grateful. And for those of you that have donated financially, thank you so much. Again, your gift helps. It's a big deal. Plays a big part in what I do. And so I just want to say thank you for that as well. So real quick, this is the last video I'm making before the new year. I can't believe it's already that time of the year. You know, we're already holidays are over, and we're looking at the new year now and looking to welcome in 2023, and it feels kind of crazy even saying that. I mean, I remember I graduated high school in 1999, and not too shortly after that, we had this big thing about the year 2000, right? They called it Y2K, and you know, something about computers or our technology or something didn't have the capacity to take on a 2000 date, so everyone was scared that things were going to happen, and it was wild. And I remember that like it was yesterday, and it was actually it'll actually be 23 years ago, pretty soon. So just to goes to show you how fast time goes by. It flies. It really does go by. And a couple things for us to just keep in mind. And this is going to be a very short video. And really just because, I just kind of wanted to wrap things up with some of my thoughts and just to kind of encourage you, and I'm going to start the year off with something different, as far as, different topic, different things to think about. I'm coming up with different ideas that I want to discuss over the new year, and hopefully I'll just continue to get better and better with the content that I'm bringing out. But as we end the year, I just wanted to, kind of reflect on some things. I mentioned this a little bit in my last video. This has been a learning year for me. Learned a lot of tough lessons. Learned a lot of things, not necessarily the way I wanted to, but still came out with something learned on the other side of it. And I think that's what's most important. But time flies. The year flew by. And so, what that tells me? That tells me that next year is going to fly by as well. And I just want to point something out to you that are watching, and just kind of, what do you intend to do? What do you intend to do differently this year than you did last year? And that's kind of part of some of this, new year, new me, right? New Year's resolutions. I don't have a problem with those things at all. I think it's positive. I think we should be striving to do something different. I think we should be striving to reinvent ourselves. I think where we have problems is the execution, right? Where we have issues in doing something new is our strategy, our plan, right? Some of us don't even have a plan. We're just saying, oh, we're going to do this. And not to say it's not going to happen, but highly unlikely that, we're going to be successful if we don't have a plan. So I would encourage you, come up with a plan, come up with some kind of strategy. If you want to do something different, you want to change something about yourself this year coming up that, hey, that version of me expired in 2022, 2023 is going to be a different version, right? Or however you want to approach it. Maybe there's some things that you want to do, like maybe you want to travel certain places, or maybe you want to explore, different subjects in school, or maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to try to get into a different industry, anything, right? And what I like about these things is that they're healthy for us, right? Because they make us think, right? And it's tough at first because, our minds are not used to engaging these types of thoughts or trying to come up with strategies to do certain things, but it's good for us, right? It makes us stretch, it makes us expand our capacity, forces us to do things that we haven't done before, and that's, it's simple, but in another way it's not, because it's like, the reason why we are the way we are And the reason why we haven't changed certain things that we want to change about ourselves is because we keep going about things the same way. And most of us don't even understand that. We don't even realize what's happening. And so even to just have that awareness is very important. You know, it's important to be aware that, hey, you know what, like, if I want to do something different, if I want to see different results, I have to do something. I have to do different. I have to become a different person, right? And so, you know, start slow, but use this week. You know, some of us are off for the week. You know, some of us have slower work schedules. I'm still working, but, you know, it's not going to be as intense as, you know, our normal schedule because, you know, it's that weird time in between, you know, the end of the holiday and New Year's. And so, you know, I have more time to sit back and maybe reflect and write things down. So that's my plan. I'm going to come up with, you know, some things I want to talk about on this channel, 2023. I'm going to, you know, write down some goals that I want to accomplish this year, things that I want to see happen for myself, my family, and, you know, just dream, you know, have fun with it, right? Have fun, dream. Why not? You know, we're alive. We're here. You know, some people are not going to make it to 2023. You know, there's people in our lives that are not going to see this new year. Here we are. We're fortunate. You know, we're still here. We're still alive. We woke up this morning. You know, we have, you know, breath in our lungs. We have our you know, our freedom. We're out. You know, we can do things. We're living, and you know, that's something that we need to take serious. You know, we need to reflect on that and just see how, you know, how important that is. You know, life is not promised. Nothing is promised to you, and nothing's promised to me. You know, tomorrow may not come for me. That's a harsh thing to think about, but that is reality. That's a fact. I can't guarantee that I'll be here tomorrow. I hope I am. I plan to be, but I can't guarantee it. Right? And neither can you. So take that into consideration. Right? What are we going to do this year? What if 2023 is my last year on earth? What am I going to do differently? You know, and it's funny because it's like we hear stuff like that, and it's like, you know, some of us might think it's kind of dramatic. We might think it's a little too much, maybe a little dark, right, to think like that. And I get it. But let's just face the facts. You know, there are people that were with us at the beginning of 2022 that are no longer with us. And that's a tough reality. It's a harsh reality. And it just goes to show that that's how life works. That's how it goes. There are seasons, there are days, you know, our time is limited. You know, we have a lot of time, but in the grand scheme of things, we really don't. You know, none of us are going to live forever. You know, none of us are going to live to 200 years old. You know, not unless they come up with some kind of technology or some kind of superfood that just, you know, and they might. But as of right now, you know, 100 years, maybe. Some of us will be fortunate to get more than that. But, you know, I'd say on average, what is it, like anywhere from like 80 to 100, something like that? It's not a lot of time. You know, if that's the case, I'm halfway through. And that's crazy just to think about it. Because I remember being a youngster. I remember being in high school. I remember being a kid. And I remember turning 18, you know, and now full-fledged into, you know, grown adulthood. And I've been doing it for a while. And, you know, it just, the more I look back, you know, it's like when I was 18 looking forward, it was like, oh, man, that seems so far away. And wouldn't you know, you blink and you're there already. And so, you know, if any youngsters are watching this, anybody under 18 or, you know, teenage years, anyone in their early 20s, like, I just want to tell you, and I don't expect you to see things too much different than I did when I was your age, but let this sink in that you'll be where I'm at one day. You know, you're gonna grow older. Hopefully you do, because that's a blessing. That means you're still alive. But you're gonna grow older. Okay, so enjoy the moment, enjoy the day, enjoy being able to go to bed at 1 a.m. and wake up at 5. You know, enjoy that time, right? You know, just appreciate it, And that's what we got to do. Let's just appreciate every day in and day out. 2023 is coming. Let's write down some plans. Let's dream. Let's come up with some things that we want to do. Let's get excited about the year. And if you're not, then, let's find out why. Let's get to the bottom of it. Maybe 2023 is the year where you're actually going to find happiness. Maybe 2023 is going to be the year where, I'm going to be content. 2023 will be the year where I put all these old things behind me. I'm going to forgive and forget. I'm going to let things go. I'm going to heal, whatever it might be, right? But this is a new year. It's an opportunity for us to, to start from scratch, do something different. And this is just my take on it. This is Living to Learn's take on it. And so, anyway, I just want to encourage all of you to enjoy, the last remaining days of 2022. Reflect on what went right, what went wrong, and now let's look ahead, right? We can't go back. We can't go backward. So now let's look ahead. Let's make the most of what's coming up before us. And so, anyway, I just want to tell all of you, Happy New Year. Have a safe, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day celebration. Enjoy it, appreciate it. Let's appreciate the moment. Let's appreciate every moment. And again, I really appreciate all of you, and I'm glad to, I'm glad to have you, and glad to be a part of this community. And so, really, just want to say thank you, and let's make 2023 a great year. All right.